Funky. Go funky.
The history of Wario Land II. Official Nintendo lore states that Wario was a childhood rival to Mario and Luigi, who became jealous of their success. The first appearance of Wario was a 1992 Game Boy game, Super Mario Land II: 6 Golden Coins, and was the main antagonist and final boss. He was designed by game artist Hiroji Coyote. The name Wario is a play on Mario's name and the Japanese word waru, which means bad. Since Super Mario Land II, Wario has developed into the protagonist and anti-hero of his own video game franchise, starting with the 1994 Game Boy game Wario Land, Super Mario Land III. It is the first video game that features Wario as a playable character and the main character, as well as the first appearance of Captain Syrup and her brown sugar pirates, reoccurring villains in the Wario Land series. Wario Land II was released on the Game Boy January 21st, 1998 in Japan, and March 13th, 1998 in North America. Nintendo's R&D 1, with Takahiro Hazusa as the game directors and Toshihiro Isushi as a producer, handled development. It was the last first-party title game made for the Game Boy and was later remade to take advantage of the Game Boy Color's hardware. In this game, Wario has to recover his treasure from Captain Syrup and her Black Sugar Gang, formerly the Brown Sugar Pirates. In this 2D platformer, the player can find hidden exits in some stages and can change the direction of the game's plot and uncover different endings, as well as find more treasure. In addition to the really final chapter, 5 other endings can be unlocked by collecting all the treasure. Additionally, unlike most Mario games and even other Wario games, in Wario Land 2, Wario does not have any life points and cannot die. Some enemies' attacks simply knock him backwards and cause him to drop coins. A penguin enemy in the English version throws bowling balls at Wario. If they hit, he becomes dizzy, burps, and needs to splash himself off with water to go back to normal. In the Japanese version, the penguin actually throws pints of beer. This explains the out-of-place animations and why Wario needs water. The beer was censored for obvious reasons. As was said, the game features the return of Wario's nemesis, Captain Syrup. Early one morning, she and a few of her soldiers sneak into Wario's castle and cause havoc. They steal his precious treasure, set off his giant alarm clock, and leave the tap running, flooding much of his castle. After Wario wakes up and figures out what's going on, he gives chase across the surrounding lands. There are 12 stages and chapters to explore, each split into 5 stories or levels. To beat the game, you only need to get through 5 chapters. Each story has its own unique theme and boss to defeat. In each story, there are a number of puzzles you must overcome to move on. The puzzles aren't very difficult, but do take a bit of critical thinking, but won't have you screaming at your Game Boy. Wario Land II received critical acclaim. IGN gave the game 9 out of 10, insisting it's a perfect game to accompany you on a long road trip because of the lastability and replayability. The game was re-released on the Nintendo 3DS Virtual Console and is a must-buy for anyone wanting a classic Game Boy experience on the 3DS.